Tell the story about being traded from Seattle to Houston.
Seattle was finally getting in the AL West conversation.
Okay.
Houston been the dog in the West for numerous years.
Yeah.
Right? Ain't nobody beating the Astros.
Yeah.
Seattle was a couple games back of Houston. This was late in the season, right
You were
before the
competing
deadline.
to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, I was trying to get Seattle in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I was in. We had a good team, a bunch of nobodies performing well. It was great. So the night before I got traded, we hit a grand slam, ended up finishing the game late in the game, and beat Houston to pull within a couple games of the division.
You're playing with Seattle.
With Seattle. Against Houston.
Against Houston.
In Seattle.
In Seattle.
Place was going nuts. Vibe around the city was on the up. People was like, oh, the baseball team is getting better. You could see the trend coming. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of carried on till now. They've been great. That was the first part of it. And there was a lot of excitement.
Yeah.
I show up to the field the next day. Obviously, there's rumors. Graveman might get traded. 2 weeks before that, I had already canceled. I ain't getting traded. I'm staying here. We're trying to push. And so I show up to the next day. I'm going out for my throwing program. This is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The game's at 7. I walk outside. I then get called in the office and say, hey, we need to see you in the manager's office. And that's not an everyday thing. You just don't get called in the manager's office. Right. I'm like, all right, what's going on? Obviously I kind of know. I step in, I sit down. It's me, the manager, and the assistant GM sitting there. And they said, we've traded you. And the only thing that came out of my mouth, I said, to whom? And they said, to the Astros. And I said, I hated the Astros, bro. All the stuff, the scandal, playing against them. They beat us all the time. I was in Oakland, the same division.
Right.
I was in Seattle, the same division. I'm tired of seeing them guys beat up on everybody. Right. So half of me was I got to go tell everybody in Seattle, all my teammates, I've been grinding, trying to get to the playoffs. I'm out. They watched me pack up my locker, bro. I ain't never seen a group of guys come off the field mad. Because in that moment, it feels like the team gave up to the other guys.
Sure.
Not knowing what they got in the mix for coming down the road. All they see is the moment. So I pack up my locker. I'll walk 200 yards in the bowels of the stadium, drop my bag off in Houston's locker room, and have to say hello to all those guys. So within a span of 20 minutes.
But you pitched against the night before.
Bro, I pitched against the night before. People I didn't like for forever.
Yeah.
But I went from all right, we might have a chance to make the playoffs to, I might have a chance to win a World Series.
Yeah.
So there's so many emotions going on, bro. And then there's reporters right here hey, what do you think about the trade? I'm I ain't had time to process a thing. I sent Tori a text.
I still got my Seattle hat on.
I got changed. I sent Tori a text, said, hey, we've been traded. And I don't even know if I remember telling her to who. I just was in a hurry trying to get. The game was about to start in a couple hours. I'm trying to go get fitted and get uniform for the Astros and everything. Boom. Hey, we've been traded. I don't even know if I responded back. Then I put my phone in my pocket. I'm out. I got to go get my job done. So introduced myself to Dusty Baker and the whole crew and, meet everybody.
I love that.